Thank you for staying with us on the Joy News Prime. I'm Gary Al Smith with the sport. We have some news from the local tennis circuit, the international tennis circuit, some boxing, also some highlights from the MLS. You may have heard about Zlatan Ibrahimovic and his exploits on his debut there. Stay with us. We begin with local tennis because the Ghana Tennis Federation is embarking on a membership drive. And one of the new measures they are putting in place is to ensure that all members are registered, just so that they can keep tabs on them all year round.
The Tennis Foundation Ghana, in collaboration with the Ghana Tennis Federation, is introducing the Ghana Tennis Federation ID card or membership card. This basically is to collect data of all players and other stakeholders on board, get everybody on board. So it will enhance when we want to probably organize some tennis, and at the same time, help mobilize, all kinds of be it revenue, be it whatever, to get everybody contribute something on to the Ghana Tennis Federation.
Okay.
The whole program is kick-starting from the 1st of April. Okay. From the 1st of April, this thing is going to be rolled on, and we are appealing to all tennis players and all stakeholders throughout the country to get themselves the membership card.
I see.
Membership of the Miami Open is suffering no such challenges because the tournament has come to an end, and the Big Seven, John Isner, beat Alexander Zverev to win the championship.
The ATP Masters 1000 in Miami pitted 4th seed German Alexander Zverev against 14th seed American John Isner. The pair had met 3 times previously, Zverev winning all 3. However, Isner reached his first Masters final with wins over 2nd seed Marin Cilic, Yong Chung, and 5th seed Juan Martin Del Potro, and in all 3 matches he conceded just 1 break point, which he saved. Zverev had the first break point opportunity in the final in the 5th game, but Isner's huge serve was his saviour as he powered an ace down the middle. Isner, who had only won 2 matches all year before the first round in Miami, had a chance to get his nose in front in the next game as he engineered a break point on Zverev's serve. Both were playing with a degree of tension from the back of the court, and the 2.8-metre tall American eventually miscued a big forehand. In the tiebreaker, both players broke serve twice in the first 8 points, then Isner served a double fault. Zverev ended a run of 5 break points to set up a set point, and after a protracted rally, an error on the backhand cross-court by Isner gave Zverev the first set in just over an hour. The second set went with serve through to the 9th game when Zverev mishit a forehand into the stands, and on the break point, Isner was oozing confidence and nailed a superb inside-out forehand to break serve and take a 5-4 lead. He held his nerve under pressure in the next game to serve out the set and level the match. Playing with the freedom of a man who's found his rhythm, Isner managed to forge 4 break points in the 3rd game, but just couldn't close the deal. The cracks were appearing though in the 20-year-old Russian's game. Isner earned a break point in the 9th game, and after a long baseline rally, Zverev dumped a forehand into the net and promptly smashed his racket into the court. Isner, who'd won 12 titles in 11 years as a pro, earned the biggest title of his life with an 18th ace to seal a 6-7, 6-4, 6-4 win in 2 hours and 29 minutes.
Big man, yellow shirt, big title. Congrats to John Isner on that one, and also congrats to Anthony Joshua, who won at the weekend. He beat Joseph Parker from Australia. Was a good one.
stated this will be boxing finesse.
So a unanimous decision it was. Anthony Joshua changed his style just a bit to beat his counterpart from New Zealand. I said Australia earlier. Joseph Parker is actually from New Zealand. So what next for Anthony Joshua after going still unbeaten? Deontay Wilder is in his sights and he's called him out.
This will be boxing finesse, and I stuck to my word and I controlled him behind the jab, the counter punches, and the main thing we cannot forget is I am the unified heavyweight champion of the world.
I was going to come to it later, but it feels like a good time to do it. Do you want to become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world?
100.
You know what that means? You know what that means, though, don't you? That means that you would have to face WBC king Deontay Wilder.
You're asking me, do I want to become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world? IBO, WBO, IBF, WBA, 21 professional fights, 6 world championship fights. Does that not show you what route I'm going in? Forget the hype. I'm not into that. Everyone here knows me better than that. I'm not into the hype. I'm about business. So let's get the business done. And now I've got the time. If it takes my trainer, Eddie Hearn, sitting down and discussing plans with Al Heyman, Shirley, and seeing what the future holds, I'm down to ride for whatever, whenever.
So down for it whenever, wherever. Interesting. Deontay was watching the fight as well, so it makes it even more interesting. So we've done tennis. We've seen a very tall American, 2.8 meter John Isner. We've seen this Brit of Nigerian heritage, very tall, very big. And now let's do some football and see another very tall and very big player. Zlatan Ibrahimovic towers in size physically over a lot of his mates. And also, in terms of his personality, he towers over everybody, as he showed in the Major League Soccer when he made his debut in the derby they've come to call El Trafico, LA Galaxy versus Los Angeles FC. He announced himself like this.
Ibrahimovic, he was named among the substitutes 8 days after leaving Manchester United to join the Galaxy. But it was another former Premier League striker who quickly stole the spotlight, former Arsenal striker Carlos Vela. And on 26 minutes, Vela scored again, the Mexican creating space for himself before chipping the ball in with the aid of the crossbar, and Los Angeles 2-0 up. 3 minutes into the second half, and they were 3-0 up thanks to a Daniel Sterres own goal. But then the Galaxy fight back began through former West Ham midfielder Sebastian Letge. And that was the cue for Zlatan to arrive, the striker coming on 71 minutes. Two minutes later, Galaxy got another goal. Ibrahimovic not involved as Emmanuel Boateng set up Chris Pontius. But then, Zlatan took centre stage.
Here he goes again! Oh! You could not write this! You could not write this! Sensational from Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who has leveled things up at 3 apiece.
Not content with that, he went on to score a stoppage time winner.
Swedish showman has done it again! From 3-0 down to 4-3, the Galaxy with all guns blazing.
And as they say, Zlatan, well, when God created the world, you know, Zlatan was already there and all that. Apparently, his email address is gmail@zlatan.com, among other things. Anyway, so that's the sport for now, but don't